International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO. The International Civil Aviation Organization is a specialist agency of the United Nations set up to define international safety, environmental and operating standards for civil aviation. Currently, more than 190 countries are members, and aviation rules in each of these follow ICAO standards and recommended practices. ICAO has developed, or is developing standards, policies and guidance around the following environmentally related issues. Aircraft noise, aircraft engine emissions, operating procedures, the organization of air traffic movements, airport land use planning, use of market-based measures to tackle carbon dioxide emissions. There are a variety of different areas that ICAO regulates that without them, international travel would be incredibly complicated to do. ICAO determines the infrastructure for aviation, from communication rules, navigation, air traffic management, such as speaking in English, as well as standards for passports. They also manage the measure units in aviation, such as units of pressure, temperature, altitude, and more, so all aircraft and operations are in sync, no matter what country you are in. ICAO also chooses how big an airport needs to be to take particular aircraft. There are 6 levels of airports. ICAO issues airport codes to new and existing airports. IATA, another organization, also supplies codes, but this is only for airports that operate airline services. ICAO is for all airstrips, big or small. ICAO issues 3-letter airline codes used for radio designations. While these are sometimes similar to the IATA 2-letter codes you see on a flight number, QF001, for example, for Qantas, they can be very different when it comes to radio transmissions. ICAO is also helping the aviation industry face climate change. They are bringing together members and proposing various solutions such as different fuels to carbon offset scenes. However, some critics have said it's not enough. European Aviation Safety Agency, EASA. The European Union Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, is an agency of the European Union, EU, with responsibility for civil aviation safety. It carries out certification, regulation, and standardization and also performs investigation and monitoring. The United Kingdom was a member of this organization before Brexit took place. On 31 December 2020, the UK leaves the European Union aviation system and as such is no longer part of European Union aviation institutions, including the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, EASA. Some website pages, publications and application forms will continue to refer to EU law or provide links to EU law websites, including the European Union and EASA. There is a rolling program of updates underway to replace these references. Please note that EU law no longer applies to the UK, and references and links to any EU web pages will not be an accurate description of your obligations or rights under UK law. Civil Aviation Authority, CAA. The Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, is the statutory authority that oversees and regulates civil aviation in the United Kingdom. The CAA's remit includes air safety, economic regulation, airspace regulation, consumer protection and environmental research and consultancy. In some aspects of aviation, CAA is the primary regulator. In other areas, when UK was a part of EASA, where the responsibility for regulation had passed to the European Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, the CAA acted as EASA's local office, implementing the regulations. The CAA head office is located at CAA House, Kingsway, Holborn, London. The CAA Safety Regulation Group is located at Aviation House at Gatwick Airport, Crawley. The CAA has an important ongoing role in improving aviation safety standards. CAA constantly attempts to bring about lasting improvements in aviation systems, the culture of aviation, its capabilities, and any processes that are carried out. CAA also tries to meet certain standards as an organization, aiming to remain efficient as well as effective. On behalf of passengers, the CAA promotes competition with the aim of providing better value flights, more options and protection from risk. Another role of the CAA is to reduce the effect that the aviation industry has on the environment. A subsidiary company, known as CAA International, provides technical advice worldwide covering a variety of aviation activities, as well as training and certification, safety standards, and environmental consulting.